Alright guys, so in this tutorial we're gonna learn and building a program, a while loop calculator. So before starting the tutorial, I just want to share this URL with you. So we have our Facebook page, that is fb.com/studios. You can definitely give it a like if you're in the mood. So that's it for me talking now, and let's just start the program. Have our int main function. It's main. And in this body of this function we can write these variables, these three variables. Int test, initialize it to 0. Int number, initialize, doesn't require initialization, so int total, and initialize it to 0. So why int test is initialized to 0 and this number is not initialized and the total is initialized to 0? So you'll know this when the program is completed. So we'll discuss after the program is completed. So we can like create a template and \n, quickly copy this, paste it in the next line, and we can write as enter marks for 10 subjects below, BELOW, and then we can forgot the semicolon also here, and then we can and press enter to view the total to make it a little beautiful. Now the main part of the program, that is a while loop. So type in while and type in test, because this is our variable that we're going to be working with, and test is less than or equals 9. And in the body of the while loop we can write CIN, because we want to get the data from the user, CIN number, and then we can write total equals total plus number, total plus number. And this total, what's the difference between this and this total is this is the total and this is the that old total plus the number. So one last thing, that is test plus plus. Actually it's not the last thing, it's the second last thing. The last thing would be cout the total of 10 numbers is the total of 10 numbers is, and then add a colon and a cap and total, and that line, oops, not end line, it's end line, silly me. And let's just check we won't forget the semicolon. Okay, we forgot the semicolon. And let's just say that we have these three variables. Test initialized to 0, total is 0. We have this basic beauty thing that will make our program a bit beautiful, and then we have this while loop in which we have this test variable that is set to less than or equal to 9. Why is this 9? Because computer starts from counting from 0 and 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and as we see from the human point of view, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 is actually 10 numbers or 10 subjects. So if you want to write 10 over here, then you definitely need to change this to 1, or if you want to remain like that 0, and then you have to change this to 9. So let's just quickly build and run this program and you'll understand what this program is about and how it's working. So in the first iteration, when this is 0, and now this is considered, this is a first iteration and cycle, it's basically just the same thing. In the first iteration, when we have this now the program is running, it's the first cycle, and now this compiler is stopped till here until we enter the number. And now that we have entered the number and now we're pressing enter, this program is not, it did not came to this line of code yet, not yet, but it went up from the beginning of the program, and then it ran. And now the second cycle and the third cycle and the fourth cycle, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and the 10th cycle. And now our the total of 10 numbers is 55. So it's basically when this while loop ran from 0 till 9, when this condition was false, and then this block of code ran, and the value of total, which was keep on storing, which our compiler was keep on storing till until the last while loop value, that is in this case 9 and actually 10, then it like went out from this loop, and then see this whole block of code skipped, and then the line 16, this line 16, this line of code ran. So that is basically the working of the program. So this is a pretty much simple program. You should not be having problem with this. So one last time, what we did was we initialized this to 0. And I forgot one thing, that what if we just remove this thing and build and run the program again? How about that? So let me just close this program, close it, and then build and run it again. Now like we type in random numbers, and the total of 10 numbers is, and whoa, what is this? 2752453. What the hell is this number? So that is the reason why we have to initialize it to 0. So initialize it, this total, to 0. And this initialization, why this thing was necessary, because we wanted to tell our compiler that, hey, a compiler, test is now 0, and you have to check this test from the initial value 0 till 9, and you have to keep on running this loop till 9 times, till actually 10 times. So that's the pretty meat of the tutorial. This thing is the meat of the tutorial. The placement of these numbers, whether you want to place 10 right here or 1, this is the confusing part, the 0 and the 9 part. So that's it for now, and hopefully you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel, and see you guys in the next video.